A diesel heater install doesn't have to be complicated. In today's video, we'll go over placement, cutting a hole for the exhaust and intake, running the fuel line and setting up the tank, plus a quick and dirty power job.
I'm Jamie, and this is Dan. We're two frugal dreamers trying to turn this 1997 International Fire Crew transport bus into the mobile tiny home of our dreams. And you've got a front row seat to all the highs, lows, and moments in between on this wild ride we call bus life.
So having a diesel heater will be really nice, should make it a hell of a lot warmer. Plan is to install it, and then I have a AC to 12 volt converter. The hope is that diesel heater will go pretty well today and will be nice and cozy for a while. But yeah, so first up on the agenda is placement. So we're debating a few spots. There's this one, which is under the couch. The potential downside on this is sitting in this spot over here, your feet could be close to the heater. So there may be a point where you just can't sort of sit there. So there's that spot. We could put it where the other heater is, over here. Problem is, there's a bunch of big storage boxes under the truck, which are great, absolutely great. But at the same time, you can't get under the truck to access anything under the floor. So pretty much from here to where that little patch is, you can't access anything. The downside with that is getting that pipe run to the actual underside of the truck will be pretty difficult. And I don't think you're supposed to vent these under. I think you're supposed to vent these out. You could also put it over here, pretty much in the same spot. I think there would be enough space between the water tank and the heater. Alrighty, so it's pretty late. We have figured out the plan. Much as I want to mount it here, I don't think it's really a good option. Mainly being the heater would sort of stick out into the space, or it would stick way into the storage space like over there, or it would stick out sort of like down there. Then it would also blow the heat this way, which is nice, but it's also blowing it on your feet is not super nice all the time. So we're gonna put it over here where we originally intended. Easy access for mounting everything, and we'll figure out the fuel tank sit, put it in a storage box across the truck, figure that out. So what we've done is we drilled some pilot holes, everything cleared, looks great. Now we're going to cut this, put all of this through there. Then we'll be able to connect it to the power, plug the connector in, put some fuel in the tank, and we'll have diesel heat. Can we do a plunge cut? You're ever wondering how to start a cut like that, it's called a plunge cut. Works pretty well. On today's agenda, we are finalizing the diesel pump install, or diesel heater install. So we're gonna run the fuel line through the back bottom, running the electrical line through the front. We're gonna run the fuel line inside this box all the way to the front of the cab, over the cab, into the fuel tank, which will be permanently mounted over there. So that is a while to go, but that's where we'll get things set up. So now it's been wired through the wall, and we've got gas through the wall as well. Bada bam. Successful. The idea with this, pretty much the same thing. We're gonna go into the box, along the back, we'll connect it up, and then we'll have lots and lots of fuel line. We have diesel tank, a line going across, goes across into the box, connects to the other line, which connects to the fuel pump, which connects to the fuel heater. And that is all she wrote. So next up, we're going to run the AC line into the truck. I'm thinking currently we're just going to go through the floor. We've already got a patch if we ever want to redo it. Super easy to pull that off and redo it. But this will allow us to have plugged in power for the truck without running through the window. Should be a lot cleaner, and then we can leave it permanently powered up. The finished product. Not my best work, but not my worst by any means. So we've got the tubing well separated from the heat, at least a few inches. Got the tubing zip tied to the metal thing. To there. It's probably not the best spot for it, considering may or may not get ripped out by sticks or something, but I don't know, we'll carry extra tubing and we'll deal with that if it ever happens. But this I'm probably going to replace with baling wire when I get some, but for now it's on there. Yep. And that is diesel heater done for the most part.